Hey everyone, welcome back to Howtechs. Today we're going to unbox a USB-C power hub, for lack of a better name. This is by MaxPower. That's a real company name. And yeah, it's a multi-USB charger, Ultra PD power. So if you're not familiar, basically with all the newer Macs, the MacBook Air, etc., they basically take the charge through the PD standard, which is a USB-C standard. And what the good thing about that is that means you don't have to use Apple's proprietary charger. Basically, there's tons of these third-party ones that use the PD standard, and you can therefore use your, in my case particularly, I use my official Mac one in my suitcase for business travel, and on my work desk and my home desk I have one of these guys, not this particular one, but another one from a different brand that I just leave there. So I was able to buy like 2 extra chargers for less than the cost of the OEM Apple one. So anyway, so this one is actually nice because it's like a high-powered one. So 120 watts is not the amount of power that's out of here that can be used for your laptop, but it's the total amount that comes out of all these ports. So anyway, let's take a look at it and see what features this has. This one also happens to have the ability to Qi wireless charging as well on the side. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the back for the specifications before we open it up. Basically, you have AC in on one side, and on the other side you have 3 USB, sort of normal USB-A plugs. These are used for charging only, and they are the QC 3.0 standard. So I guess if you have like an Android phone, like a Samsung Galaxy, these can do fast charging on there, including up 9 to 12 volts at up to 1.5 amps, so that should do pretty well. Even for a normal like iPhone at 5 volts, you can do up to 3 amps, so that's pretty powerful. Then it has 2 USB-C plugs, and this can do the PD 3.0, QC 4.4 plus 5 volt, 3 amps, etc., etc. So it does all kinds of stuff. And this is the one that does up to 20 volts at 3 amps. So that is basically 60 watts. And so 60 watts should be enough to do like a large MacBook Pro. Unless it's like totally maxing out running with a fan, this should keep it fully charged. But basically it's powerful enough to keep it running unless you're doing like full screen brightness, full fan, etc. with like some heavy computation. So these are all the different quick charging standards that it meets, and apparently there's an app. I don't know if you really need that, but let's take a look inside. So basically, let's see, in the box we have, in this case, a Hong Kong plug, a British plug, since we're in Hong Kong, and it has this stand, and the stand is the one that can basically hold up the phone while it's in the cradle. So here you can see it in its cradle. And I don't know if it matters which side it's pointed to, but basically one of these ways, or perhaps both, if you put the phone right here, there's a quick charging coil under here, and it should actually charge your phone. So sort of save some space and cover 2 things at once. So that's great. It can basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, run your computer and charge your phone at the same time without taking up any of these ports. So let's see on the back here. So this is basically repeating the same info on the front. Design of USA, made in China. I think grammar of China. And what else we have? So here's the 2 ports. So these 2 Type-C plugs are identical, I guess. And also you should note that you could actually run 2 laptops off of this. Maybe 2 MacBook Airs that don't use up too much power could basically charge off of the same one. That's kind of useful in an office maybe. And then here are our QC orange high power USB-A's. So yeah, that's basically it for the MaxPower. If you guys have any questions or comments, or you have feedback on this, let us know, and otherwise we'll see you guys next time. Bye. Everyone, welcome back to Howtechs. Today we have an iPhone 12 Pro, hot off the presses. I just picked it up at the Apple Store. It is the morning of the release, the 23rd of October.